Quick heads up, this isn't a fast-cut entertainment video. So, if you really want to understand how America actually made it to the moon, stick around.
Let's set the scene. Back in 1961, the idea of walking on the moon, it literally sounded like pure science fiction. And historically speaking, America was actually losing the space race.
The US faced this absolutely massive challenge. They had to somehow close an incredible technological gap, and they had less than a single decade to do it.
Part 1. Falling behind.
The whole globe was completely stunned early on, specifically in 1957, when the Soviet Union successfully launched Sputnik, the very first artificial satellite, right into orbit.
That launch, followed by Yuri Gagarin's orbital flight in 1961, created some intense anxiety in the US. There was this real, palpable fear of losing global influence and scientific dominance.
But America reacted. President Kennedy delivered an extremely bold response in 1961. He set the impossibly ambitious goal of an American moon landing, despite the US barely having orbital capabilities at the time.
Part 2. Building the program.
NASA rapidly mobilized, bringing on hundreds of thousands of contractors and engineers nationwide. Programs like Mercury and Gemini rigorously tested spacewalks and orbital rendezvous, paving the exact way for Apollo.
But we have to note, this period involved real tragedy. In 1967, a devastating fire broke out during a ground test for Apollo 1.
The tragic loss of 3 astronauts was a massive blow. It forced top-to-bottom safety redesigns before any further missions could even be considered.
Part 3. Apollo 11.
This brings us to the climax of the program. On July 16, 1969, the colossal Saturn V rocket launched, carrying Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins toward the moon. And then, on July 20th, they made it. Armstrong and Aldrin actually touched down on the lunar surface. It was a momentous, almost unbelievable triumph. They had really done it.
To put this into perspective, a staggering worldwide audience of over 600 million people watched those first steps live on television. It cemented itself as one of history's most watched moments.
Part 4. The lasting legacy.
Despite immense costs and fluctuating public support, the Apollo program landed 6 missions by 1972. And historians agree the tech developed for these missions completely revolutionized everything from computing and material science to modern telecommunications.
So what's the big takeaway here? This wasn't just about planting flags. It was a truly remarkable human achievement born from real fear, driven by massive ambition, and ultimately paid for with true sacrifice.
If you made it this far, you clearly like real history. Hit subscribe